Hey everyone, what up? Kaiser here. Now, 2020 was an awful year. It was absolutely god awful. Oh my god, was it so shit. But, and this is a massive but, we did get some solid games this year, such as Final Fantasy VII Remake, Crash 4, It's About Time, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Hades, Among Us, and other games. And with 2020 coming not too far, to be honest, we can expect the games coming there will be very interesting and very hype, especially since the release of the brand new 9th gen consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series. So, I decided to give my top 5 anticipated games for 2021. Now, note that these are my opinion, and other things is that some of these games might be either re-releases or ports, or some of them can be just brand new ones, and some of them may not even come around 2021. That could be just speculation, but it's my list, so I do what I want to. Anyway, let's begin with number 5. Coming in at number 5, we have Halo Infinite, the upcoming mainline entry in the Halo series. Now, after the polarizing response to Halo 5 Guardians, 343 have created a new ambitious Halo project in the form of Halo Infinite, which is not only going to revert back to its classic Bungie art style with amazing graphics, but also be not only a sequel to Halo 5, but also a soft reboot to the series. As well as it is going to be unlaunched, it's going to be available on the brand new Xbox consoles like the Xbox Series X and X, as well as PC and Xbox One. Yeah. But however, the reason why I would put it so low is mainly because in terms of what's happening behind the scenes, some of the staff from that game have decided to leave the project, and 2, it might be one of those another game as a service things where they might upload new content, create more content at the cost of having microtransactions and all that stuff, which really kind of hurts the game a bit, but I think those issues might be ironed out. Now, this game was meant to be released holiday 2020, around the time where the new Xbox consoles will be launched as a new launch title, but due to pandemic, of course, ruining everyone's lives, the game had to be delayed, and it did affect a massive toll. So they decided to delay the game until late 2021, and they've obviously working on polishing the game, as well as offering some of the best multiplayer and some of the best campaign with the help of legendary campaign god himself, Joseph Staten, who's now the project lead of this game, which honestly gives me hope. And other things is that split screen is making a comeback, which is something that Halo 5 removed for absolutely no reason. But yeah, aside from all those things, Halo 5 hopefully should be aiming up to look good, and finally can let us Halo fans enjoy a 343 Halo game that's on par with the Bungie titles. Also, we got a new graphical update, which honestly looks fantastic. So yeah, Halo Infinite. Let's hope we finish the fight. Coming at number 4, we have is Balan Wonderworld. Now, this is a brand new platformer created by a new brand studio known as Balan Company from Square Enix. And who is the director of this project? Well, it's none other than the former director who is known for Sonic Adventure and Night into Dreams. That's right, It is Yuki Naja himself. Was it Yuji Naka himself? Damn it, I'm probably gonna butcher them. Anyway, his name alone pretty much gives me excitement for it, as well as the game is going to be on Unreal Engine 4, and honestly looks fantastic. Like honestly, seeing the protagonist and Balan himself just reminds me of Knights and every other old Sega IP from Sonic, Super Monkey Ball, Billy Hatcher, Somebody Mago, Jet Set Radio, all those classic Sega IPs that have been lost into obscurity, except Sonic because he's technically popular. But even so, the game looks absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to play it, and it's going to come on the Xbox One, PS4, Series X and S, PS5, PC, and Nintendo Switch around March 26, 2021. Honestly, I can't wait to visit the magical wonderworld of Balan. Coming at number 3, we have is Scarlet Nexus, a brand new JRPG made by Bandai Namco, which honestly has gotten lots of promotional material marketing over the past months, ever since it was first announced in the first Xbox Game Showcase, and had tons of trailers from Gamescom, TGS, and recently the Game Awards. Now this one is a lot of interesting because it's set in a brain-punk kind of futuristic society, and you get to play as 2 characters in one story, as well as this game is being developed by former Tales staff, and that alone has pretty much got me excited as hearing that some of the people who were responsible for the Tales games I love, like Symphonia, Abyss, Vesperia, and Azelia Duology, working on this game really has got me excited. And from what we've seen from gameplay, it absolutely looks phenomenal. And of course, it will have something similar to Tales of Exilia for the story, where you get to experience one story but play as 2 different protagonists. Like both will have their own story. Like it'll be one story, but you get to have a choice of who you want to play as. You have either Yuto Sumeragi or my new waifu, Kasane Randall. Honestly, and the game is looking high. Of course, this is thanks to the Unreal Engine 4, looking fantastic as always. And this game is of course coming to the Xbox One, PS4, Xbox Series S and X, PS5, and of course PC, and is aimed to come around in summer 2021, which is, according to us, winter in a sense. So honestly, I'm definitely excited to see what Scarlet Nexus brings, and especially since it does have elements that remind me of Astral Chain, Code Vein, and NieR Automata. Coming at number 2, we have, of course, speaking about NieR, we have is NieR Replicant version 1.2.2. You know what? I'm just going to call it NieR Replicant version 1.2.2 just to keep myself brave and short, because I'm not going to read the entire title. Anyway, this game is aiming to be anyway, after the success of NieR Automata has got pretty much fans and newcomers excited, and interested about Yoko Taro's Dragon Guard NieR series. And so the next step is they actually take the prequel, the game that came before Automata, and give it a remake / remaster treatment. And it's going to be developed by Toy Logic, which is actually a very good development company. I mean, it's the same devs it's pretty much the same company that gave us Dragon Quest 11S Definitive Edition, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, this game is aiming to be taking cues from Automata's combat, as well as being like an update in visuals and graphics to the original cult classic that came 10 years ago. And honestly, as someone who really loved Automata and its story and characters and themes, and honestly its music, honestly can't wait to see what the original NieR was like before Automata came. Like it's definitely gonna be a lot of fun. Like I'm definitely gonna enjoy the soundtrack and music and all that stuff. As for when it's coming, it's said to come around April 23, 2021, and it's gonna be released on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Will we get next gen updates of this game? Who knows? But overall, I'm very looking forward to NieR Replicant. And now, before we get to my number one, which is clearly obvious, I decided to give some honorable mentions. So, quick shoutouts to games like Trails of Cold Steel 4, YS, Non-Stop Nox, SMTV, SMT3 HD Nocturne Remaster, Altea Reza 2, Neo The World's End Review, Persona 5 Strikers, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we get to my number one, which of course is no surprise to anyone, and that is of course Tales of Arise. Yes, you know the thing, you know pretty much on why I'm looking forward to this game. But for those who don't, let's cut to the chase. This game is the upcoming new entry in the mainline Tales series, and is said to be very ambitious. It's not only getting the Unreal Engine 4, which honestly makes it probably the most beautiful looking out of all the Tales series, but it's aimed to be not only a step up in direction in terms of combat, story, and overall, as I mentioned before, graphics. And honestly, the game looked absolutely beautiful, and honestly, I can't wait. Now, this game was meant to come around 2020, but unfortunately, due to the pandemic, development had to be delayed and had to be kept going still, since some of it is going to be from using remote. And as such, while this game was anticipated by Famitz's poll and got right to the recent countries, we unfortunately didn't get any news about it for this year. But though Tomizawa have now recently told us that we'll be expecting to get some news of Tales of Arise next year, and he has stated that development is going very smoothly well, which honestly gives me a lot of hope and really just makes me relieved, because I honestly rather see the game pretty much polished and up to date and completely finished without being very rushed, buggy, glitchy, or absolutely horrific in the same way that Cyberpunk 2077 was launched. Like honestly, all of that gives me hope, and since next year is technically the same as being the 25th anniversary of the Tales series, it honestly gives me hope that this will be the game to celebrate it in its full force as intended. Now, we don't have a release date of when it will come, but we're expecting it'll be somewhere around 2021, whether it's mid or whether it's around late, who knows. As for what it's coming on, it's going to come, of course, on the PS4, Xbox One, PC. Sadly, no Switch port, and whether it'll get next-gen updates, who knows. I think that's part of the development thing, but what do I know? But overall, yeah, I'm looking forward to Tales of Arise, as part of being a fan of the series. Anyway guys, that is my list for my top 5 games I'm looking forward to 2021. So what are you looking forward to next year? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, thanks for watching. So punch that like button, drop that comment, and click the subscribe button if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Mad Kaiser out.